back again, right? So, as you know, this is MMI. It wouldn't be an MMI video without this type of music. And today, as the title of this video says, I have passed phase 1 of my FTMO challenge account. I'm not going to go in detail and say what's the size of the account. I'll do that if I get funded, right? So, a couple things I want to talk about. I passed phase 1 in 2 weeks, risking between 0.5% and 1.5% per trade. And this week alone, I've made 9.3% on that account. So I made a bit more last week, and this week has allowed me to pass the challenge. 9.3% is insane numbers for me, right? And obviously it's because in 1 week, and obviously it's because I'm coming from a tough start, I would say. So about less than a year ago, right, I dropped out. Obviously I've been repeating that on my channel. And what I haven't said though is after I dropped out, I literally entered basically a 6-month losing streak. And it's because I'm not profitable yet. Or now I'm slowly starting to see signs of becoming profitable, but until recently, no profits. And I mean no profits. I mean, at one point, I genuinely think I'd not taken a winning trade in 6 months. And showing up every day and not taking a winning trade in 6 months. Can you imagine what that does to your psychology? But this is the most important thing that I want to talk about in this video, right? 10 days in a row now, I've stuck to my trading plan to the T, meaning I've not had a late entry, I've not had a discretionary entry, I've planned my trade and traded my plan. And the way that I'm approaching my trading sessions now is my trading session starts at 4 p.m. When I wake up, I do an analysis of the chart, right? So I analyze the chart and I prepare myself for the 4 p.m. trading session. So around 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., I'm looking at the chart and deciding what I would like to trade for the day, right? What setups are going to be clear, what setups are not going to be clear, all of that stuff. Just change the music. Let's get deep here. The second time I analyze the chart during the day is before the session starts. So, meaning 3 p.m. So 1 hour before my session starts, I'm analyzing my chart and I am deciding if my morning overview, is what I call it, is still valid. So the trades that I wanted to see this morning, are they still valid today? If not, what am I looking for? What has changed since 6 a.m.? So I'm getting 2 pre-session analysis, like deep time for me to plan my trades, right? I literally get an hour in the morning for 3 pairs, Euro USD, GBP USD, and the DAX. And then I get the pre-session analysis at 3 p.m. for a whole hour again. I'm planning my trades daily, Monday to Friday, for minimum 2 hours a day. And I've only been doing that for 10 days in a row. And the results have been amazing, right? The next thing I want to talk about is I'm on a 25-day streak of sleeping 9 hours every night. So literally going to bed at 9 p.m., waking up at 6 a.m. I've done that consistently for 25 days in a row. And that has really, really been, I reckon, the most important thing for me to be able to grind so hard at the moment. So I've went through periods in the past where I was really, really, really focused, right? Really busting my ass off, working really hard, but to the point where I thought that it was smart for me to stay up till midnight and just analyze the charts and do my backtesting sessions for 5 hours and then wake up at 5 a.m. and then be able to do it all over again consistently. For me, it was impossible. I've never been able to do that. Not like sleep is the most important thing for me, right? So the way that I'm approaching this grind phase now is I'm planning everything around my sleep. I get 9 hours every night. 9 hours for me is the perfect amount. Some people say it'll be 8 for them. Some people say it'll be 10. Some people say it'll be 7, 6, whatever. For me, I need my 9 hours. So when I sleep 9 hours and I'm coming into my day, it's very easy for me to have good energy, to be able to do hard shit and to be able to repeat it consistently. So that's something I've definitely learned in the last 25 days, month or so, right? The second thing that I'm doing here in Sydney, it's coming into winter. Winter means about 12 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. I've never used Fahrenheit. But every single morning I am doing a cold plunge for about 2 minutes minimum. Again, I'm on a 25-day streak of that. Literally every morning, no matter what, before 7 a.m., I'm in the fucking cold plunge. And that has been the most beneficial routine tag thing I've ever done with the 9 hours sleep, right? So both of them combined, it does something, guys, to your body and to your mind. Like, I'm not even going to try to describe it. Do it and then you'll understand what I'm saying. Doing something like a cold plunge every morning has really taught me to be disciplined in my trading sessions, because I'm literally putting myself into a fight or flight scenario in my head before 7 a.m. in the fucking cold plunge, freezing. Your body and your mind tells you just get out, like so easy, just push yourself up and you're out. And you have to sit there and be like, no, like this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes and control my breath, and then move side to side, because as you move in the pool, you're actually going to realize that it gets colder. And then I get out and I'm done and I'm literally freezing, right? And what that does to me coming into a trading session is, well, just trading feels so much easier in general after having done that type of disciplined thing every morning, right? The final thing that I'm going to say, I'm not going to make this video very long, because my next video is going to be if I pass, right? If I pass, there's a chance that I don't. It's going to be the main video where I go over most of the things I've been tracking on Notion and stuff like that. I have 3 crazy databases right now of a bunch of things, literally everything I'm tracking. Emotions, did I do my morning overview today? What am I thinking before the session? Was there a valid trade today? Did I execute the valid trade? What was my performance score today in my trading? Just a bunch of stuff like that, right? And so I'm going to go over that then. But what I want to tell you guys, this is my final message, keeping the video short, 7:40. If you stayed till here, well done. 1 month ago, I was in a very different place. Very, very different. Trading results wise, and mentally, confidence, feeling good about myself, happiness. And the key to my happiness at the moment has been being proud of myself through the effort that I'm putting into my journey. Sticking to my trading plan for 10 days in a row, something that I'd basically never done before. Being able to do that cold plunge every morning for 25 days in a row, again, something that I've never done before. And there's no doubt that I've been doing very hard things for about a month, and I feel the happiest I've ever felt. So that's basically my final message. My final message actually is going to be, I've got one more thing to say. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And that quote, which I had heard many times before my trading sessions, that quote that I had heard many times since I've been in the trading space, never really hit me until I understood that the reason why I'm getting good results right now is because I'm sleeping 9 hours, doing the cold exposure, getting my workouts in, and just grinding on trading as well at the same time. If you think that you can be a fat fuck, undisciplined, and just be able to be a good trader, you're putting yourself literally into a category of people which is basically non-existing. There's no trader that is not disciplined. No profitable trader that is not disciplined. Now picture this, right? There's about, 5%, let's just say 3% of people that try trading that succeed long term. Of that 3%, think what percent are fat fucks. Like, I'm not fat shaming anyone. Like, I'm not trying to fat shame whatever. I just mean being not disciplined, right? Of that 3%, there's literally probably, I don't know, I've got no clue. Let's just say 5%. So of the 3%, there's 5%. You can't be that undisciplined guy that is profitable. The odds are way harder than being in that top 3% of everyone trying trading, right? Again, one more time. Everyone's trying trading, 97% fail, 3% pass. Of the 3%, you really think you can be the 5% of the 3% of traders that are undisciplined? No, make the odds easier. Just be disciplined, stick to your plan, and it'll be much easier for you to be in that 3% of people making profits. So that's it for today's video. Phase 1 passed, very happy, very satisfied, but the job is not done at all until I pass phase 2. Obviously, I went with FTMO, best prof firm out there, and I'll keep you guys updated. See you guys in the next one.